Hi, everybody. Appreciate you joining me today. So this practice is going to give you a sweet stretch to prepare you for sleep. So this can be done either on your yoga mat or in your bed if it's firm enough. And you will need a pillow or two for practice today. If you don't have two pillows, a folded up blanket will also work in place of one of the pillows. This doesn't have to be any fancy pillow, just a pillow off your bed or whatever. Gather what you need. Pause the video if you got to round up your gear. And we'll get started when you return. So let's start on, again, either the bed or your yoga mat, seated comfortably. So whatever position is comfortable for you, you can take. Once you find a comfortable seat that makes the most sense in your own body, take a moment to settle in, to pause, to acknowledge how your mind and body are feeling right now. See if you can allow whatever happened prior to your arrival to this practice today just fall to the wayside. Do what you can to become present in your mind and in your body. I encourage you to set an intention for practice tonight. This intention can be as simple as, I allow this practice to soothe my body and prepare me for sleep. Whatever other intention rises to your mind. We'll stay seated. We'll start to do some jaw circles, jaw movements. We talk a lot during the day or smile a lot. Things can get a little tight in there, so just start to move through your jaw in all directions. This is a jaw release. You want to do things that aren't going to tighten the jaw. I hear things cracking, things sliding, moving around. That's okay. Switch the direction if you haven't done so already. I know we all look kind of ridiculous doing this, but at least we're doing it together. And then come back to center. Feel any difference in your jaw after these moments of movement through it. And then we'll set up for a pranayama practice, breath practice called contraindicated. And in this practice, the right hand will stay rested, and you'll use the left hand to alternate the closing of one nostril and then the other. So if you're familiar with Nadi Shodhana, you've done something similar, but that was more of a circular breath where you breathed in and out of both nostrils. But in Chandrabhedana, you'll only be inhaling through your left nostril and only be exhaling through your right. So allow your right hand to rest down if it's not there already, just wherever is comfortable on your lap or leg. And you'll place the peace finger, so index and middle finger of your left hand to your third eye point. You'll use your thumb to close off your left nostril, and you'll use your ring and pinky finger to close off your right. This is where the pillow might come in handy. My arm often gets fatigued, just resting out in the middle of space, so you can slide your blanket beneath it to fill that gap. Take an exhale of all your air out. And we'll begin. So as you inhale through the left nostril with the right nostril blocked, block off the left, exhale through the right. Block off the right, inhale through your left. Block off your right, exhale. Block off your left, exhale through your right. Block off your right, inhale left. Block off your left, exhale right. Block off your right, inhale left. Block off your left, exhale right. So continue like that a few more times on your own. So this breath invites the lunar quality to come within to promote stress relief and help you to fall into sweet slumber. One more round. And after that round, release your left hand down. Take a moment to pause. Notice if the energy within has shifted since the beginning of our practice. Just a few minutes in, see if any shifts have occurred from this breath practice in particular. You can either keep your hands on your thighs, palms down, or you can bring your hands to your knees, whichever is most comfortable. We'll take some seated cat-cow. So on your inhale, you'll draw your heart forward as you lift your gaze slightly. And as you exhale, you'll pull on your knees as you round through your shoulders and gaze down. Inhale, come forward, cat pose, cow pose. And then exhale, round back to cat. Continue just like this. Move to your own rhythm. Especially as we wind down for sleep. We really want all of these poses to feel good, to feel nourishing, to feel restful. So if at any point a pose does not feel that way, it just means it's not the pose for you today. And since this is a practice that we're using to fall to sleep, you can lay down or come to child's pose at any time. After that last round of cat, come back to center and bring both feet to the earth with your knees bent. Draw the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide for butterfly pose. Once you're there, you can stay uplifted, or you can start to hinge forward, come into a fold. And if you're here in butterfly and things are just feeling really tight, your hips are really talking to you, the further away your feet are from your inner thighs, the less intense this is going to be. Now on your inhale, slowly lift your chest back up. Bring your hands outside of your knees, slowly draw them together to touch. And then come forward. We'll set up for child's pose. So you'll be on hands and knees just for a moment. Bring your big toes together to touch, knees out wide. And start to sit your hips back towards your heels for child's pose. Doesn't matter if your hips touch your heels. Again, you have that pillow if you want to place it between your hips and your heels. Maybe you want to try it using both pillows or your blanket and pillow. Make sure your forehead is touching something. So whether that's stacked hands, stacked fists, your mat, or the bed, you can even use that pillow here. I want this pose to be really restful, really nourishing for the body. And then as you inhale, slowly start to rise. make your way down on your back. So it might be nice to have a blanket beneath your head or one of your pillows. As long as it's not too fluffy, your neck isn't too crunched forward. You can also just forget the pillow and lie flat on your back. Once there, keep your knees bent, feet on the floor, or bring your knees there if they're not already. Shift your hips over to the left a smidge and allow your knees to fall over towards the right for a supine spinal twist. Now this is feeling pretty intense. You can take your pillow and bring it between your thighs and then shift over. Your arms can come out like a T, or they can be in cactus arms, especially if you're on a bed and you don't want your arms falling off. Stay here in this twist. And breathe. On your inhale, gently guide your knees back up and allow everything to neutralize for a moment. So come back to center, spine's kind of back in the center. Pause there for a breath or two. And then we'll go to the other side. So the hips will shift over towards the right as you allow your knees to fall over to the left. For your supine spinal twist, other side. All the same options here. Make sure you continue to breathe. Feel your body continue to settle as we continue to move through this practice. On your next inhale, draw your knees back up. Come to that neutral position with your spine. Take a couple breaths there. Allow everything to neutralize. If you have that pillow between your thighs, you can place it off to the side. And draw your right knee into your chest and extend your left leg long for half wind relief pose. So once the right knee is in, see if you can draw it closer towards your left armpit. And then option, take some ankle rolls through that right ankle a few times, one direction and then the other. Only if that feels good. On your next inhale, draw your left knee into your chest to meet your right. And then extend your right leg long. This time, keep your left knee drawn in. Left knee will draw closer towards your left armpit. For this half wind relieving pose on the other side. Same options for ankle rolls if that felt good before. Take them a few rounds in one direction and then the other. And on your next inhale, draw your right knee back to your chest. Right knee and left knee are both drawn in. And open both knees out wide towards the sides of your torso to come into happy baby. So your knees will bend as your feet flex up towards the sky. You can grab hold of any part of leg, ankle, or foot. So you draw your knees down towards your armpits. See if you can keep most of your low back to the earth. You kind of have to find a balance there. You can stay in stillness, or you can move a bit from side to side. Maybe you extend a leg out and then the other. As long as your movements are mindful, conscious, slow, and gentle, you're in the right place. And then go ahead and draw your knees back to your chest. Extend one leg at a time up to the sky to come into waterfall pose. You can rest your hands wherever is most comfortable for you. So feel warmth releasing down from your feet, down your legs, back into your torso. This is like a little reverse from your day. You spend a lot of time standing or seated even. So this just allows everything to flow back down and really nourish your torso, your brain. It can usually induce sensations of sleepiness as well, which is what we're going for here, right? If you feel a need to shake or twitch the legs at all, please feel free to do so. And then hug your knees back to your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then release out into your final Shavasana. That final pose of rest. Arms out to your side, legs extended out long. We'll take another pranayama or breath practice. I don't know if this has a real name, but I call it 4-5-6 breath. So we'll be inhaling for a count of 4, holding the breath for a count of 5, and exhaling for a count of 6. Now that retention of breath can cause people to feel a little uneasy. So if you're in that category, you can breathe normally. You can even just stop the video now. If you want to try it out, we'll get started. First, exhale whatever you've got in your lungs out. And inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold it, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can take this breath for as long as you'd like. Especially if you're in bed, I encourage you to stay there. Maybe even try this breath until you drift off into sweet slumber. Take as much time as you need here to rest. And if you need to come out, do any final thing before bed, just move gently, move slowly. Try to keep your eyes heavy. See if you can navigate with minimal light. I thank you all for allowing me to guide you in this practice today. The light in me honors and bows to the light that shines from within each and every one of you. Namaste. I hope you all have the sweetest of slumbers, the loveliest of dreams.